Dear listeners, my name is Ratnam from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to my analysis, which may interest to some at this point in difficult times faced with unimaginable problems. The movements of stars and planets that we know and their impacts on us is astrology. The predictions can be reasonably correct or can be terribly wrong. Looking at the stars and planets light years away and predicting their impacts on our planet Earth is not an easy thing. This 2020 year so far has been a difficult year for the world, plagued with unimaginable health issues. Coronavirus has turned many people's life into a different path, including death. People are turning into many ways to bail out from the unfortunate situations. One of them is astrological predictions, to find out when all these disasters will end. Nature has to be controlled by nature itself, and there are no ways that human beings can control, because human beings can only find means to contain this situation in some ways. When one situation comes to an end, another will start. This is life. Continuous ups and downs is the way we humans go through in our life. There are astrological theories and case studies that we can apply and analyze to diagnose what path the nature is taking. Astrology is not some magical power or divine power that one has to predict. It is like a doctor applying what was studied and trained to diagnose the situation, or a meteorological calculation to find out the weather conditions. Coming back to the present situation, we can apply the theory of planets' movements and their characteristics to reasonably analyze and forecast. Keeping in mind that there are many stars and planets that we know and don't know exist in cosmos. Their movements has to be accurately calculated for a reasonable predictions. At present, the planets Saturn, Mars and Jupiter are the ones to consider. What characteristic they have, which position they are traveling, what powers they have, and what are the impacts when these planets come in conjunction with one another and create good and bad to the Earth. Saturn is traveling through Capricorn at present from January 24th, 2020. It will take 2.5 years to enter into Aquarius. Capricorn and Aquarius are Saturn's own houses. Any planets has strength in their own houses with a potential of very good power. Apart from this power, there is also peak power, which is the ultimate power for a planet. And Saturn's peak power is in Libra. Mars has its very good power in its own house, Scorpio and Aries. Mars has its peak power, the ultimate power, in Capricorn. Now, Mars is in Capricorn. Therefore, Saturn and Mars are together with very good powers in Capricorn. Saturn and Mars combination is not a good combination. These two planets cause unsettled situation to our planet Earth. Now there is a planet which can control these effects, that is Jupiter. Jupiter, its own house, Sagittarius. Moving into Capricorn will come in conjunction with these two planets, Saturn and Mars. That means we may think Jupiter can control the bad effects created by Saturn and Mars combination. This is not the case because Jupiter loses its power and will be inactive in Capricorn. The other option is the Saturn-Mars combination must end. Mars travels through each house for a period of 1.5 months. Mars will enter into Aquarius after 1.5 months. But Aquarius is also Saturn's house, even though Saturn is not there in Aquarius, its impact is there. Mars needs to move away from Aquarius and go into Pisces, which is Jupiter's house. But Jupiter is now in Capricorn and Sagittarius due to direct and retrograde movements. When Mars is in the 4th house to Saturn in Aries, will also have negative effects. Mars also shifts between houses due to retrograde movements. Now, what is the answer to the present situation? And when will these problems end? Mars not only move away from Saturn, it has to also move away from 4th house to Saturn, Aries, its own house, which gives very good power to Mars. The end of February 2021, Mars moves out of Aquarius and goes into Taurus. That is when we can see the end of these unfortunate situations. We can reasonably predict from March 2021, we will begin to see a permanent solution for the coronavirus impact in our planet Earth. Until such time, we will see ups and downs periods for this present problem with uncertain solutions until March 2021. Gradually, things will get better, but not permanently. Predicting dates for the present disaster is not something important because looking at the planetary position, coronavirus is not the only concern. Impact of coronavirus is going to be there even after controlling the coronavirus. There are disasters like storm, flood, and earthquake. Disasters are imminent within the set period until March 2021. This present condition will prolong, followed by other disasters, and it will repeat after 16.5 months. These effects will be minimal when Jupiter moves into Aquarius and going into power to control Saturn and Mars, the combination impacting our planet Earth. Jupiter will move into Aquarius and control these planets, Saturn and Mars, towards the end of 2021.